We are members of Veterans for Peace, an ex-services organisation of men and women who have served this country in every conflict since the Second World War. We exist in the hope of convincing you that war is not the solution to the problems of the 21st century. We have come here today to hand back things given to us as soldiers that we no longer require or want.
This is my oath of allegiance. It's something I had to recite in order to get the job as a soldier. At 15 years old, I had little understanding of its true meaning. Now I fully understand the words. They have no meaning at all.
This is my oath of allegiance. This was a contract between the monarchy, the British government and a 15-year-old child. I'm no longer loyal to the government or the monarchy.
This is my oath of allegiance. I made this oath when I was 19 years old. It required me to obey orders without question. I am no longer bound by this contract.
This is my army hat. It defined me as a soldier and a cog in the military machine. I reject militarism.
This is my army hat. This was given to me as a 16-year-old boy. I reject militarism. I reject war. And it means nothing to me.
I used to wear this hat as a soldier. It used to have great significance to me. I no longer want to keep hold of this symbol of militarism.
These are the medals given to me with a sick dichotomy of keeping the peace and waging war. They are trinkets, pseudo-payments, but really all they represent, all these represent is the self-interest of those in there who hold power.
These are my medals. These were given to me as a reward for invading other people's countries and murdering their civilians. I'm now handing them back.
I was given these medals for service on operations with the British Army. This particular medal here was given to me for my part in the occupation of Iraq. Whilst I was over there, I attacked civilians in their homes and took away their men to be tortured in prison. I no longer want this despicable thing.
And this is one more they gave me. I never did know what this one was for.
I was brought up to believe that Britain was a good country and that we were involved in just wars.
Serving in Afghanistan really hammered home to me the futility of armed conflict.
I was getting rather annoyed with the distortion of the truth that was told on the British television.
I think it's important that we counter the myths and propaganda that the military push out about these wars.
The myth that anything which the military participates in is a noble cause.
Here in the 21st century, we are still using violence and military force as a political instrument.
I think we need to ask ourselves, are we worth more than that? Invading other nations simply to make rich men richer.
Yeah, the reason why I joined Veterans for Peace is that I was outraged by the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq. I believe they're down to oil.
I feel unhappy about what's happening in Afghanistan, what's happening in schools where recruiters are going in, and I think there needs to be a counter voice.
As ex-servicemen, I think we've got a good platform for people to listen to us.
Veterans for Peace is aimed at providing, I would say, a more realistic view of what war really is.
We, having dutifully served our nation,
do hereby observe our greater responsibility to serve the cause of world peace.
To this end, we will work with others
toward increasing public awareness of the costs of war,
to restrain our government from intervening overtly and covertly
in the internal affairs of other nations,
to end the arms race,
and to reduce and eventually eliminate nuclear weapons.
to seek justice for veterans and victims of war,
to abolish war as an instrument of national policy.
To achieve these goals,
members of Veterans for Peace
pledge to use non-violent means
and to maintain an organisation
that is both democratic and open,
with the understanding that all members are trusted to act in the best interests of the group
for the larger purpose of world peace.